So moving on from the early rock and roll days of the Dominoes, in early 1962 was it?
62 we first went out to Star Club, yeah.
The band went to the famous Star Club in Hamburg, and of course Ken Shalliker's with us here tonight. Was one of the players.
That's correct, it was called King Size Tail and the Dominoes in them days.
And when was the actual date when you arrived?
Sometime in 1962. Don't forget we were going through our green period at that time.
But
The blue period.
I remember you sending me a photograph of the band, and you had this beautiful Fender bass, didn't you?
That's correct, yeah. It was one of the very first that came into Liverpool. It was a 1961 Fiesta Red Fender Precision bass, which cost me the deposits on my house that we were saving up to get married to.
But they were so rare in those days.
Oh, they were extremely rare. But the problem was I didn't have a bass, I borrowed my friend's bass, so to go professional I had to have a proper bass, so it was a Fender bass, yeah. Which was pretty good in them days, because some of the stuff that we got was pretty poor quality.
Do you remember where he got it
What was the
from?
procedure when you got into the club? I mean, you hear these stories about bands playing for 10 hours. What did you have to do when you played?
Basically, it depended on who was on. You had the resident house band, which the Dominoes were, and you used to play about 3 hours up to 6 hours over a 24-hour period. So there was no set pattern, but when they had a big star on, it would change, and we'd probably get a couple of hours off. But it could be any time from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 6 o'clock in the morning.
So it was going that early. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
and was it full at the time? Or?
No, not quite as full, but it got full later on, yeah. Yeah. But don't forget it was in the Red Light District, which was really, really a busy place.
But of course you didn't go any of those places.
Oh, no, none at all, no.
And where did you stay? Did you have your own digs there, or did you stay in the club? Or?
The Star Club was in a place called the Große Freiheit, and that's the road there, and the actual Reaper band itself was the main thoroughfare, and I stayed literally on the corner, right on the corner there, in a flat. Second floor flat, and which took me about 30 seconds to get to the Star Club, which was ideal.
And didn't you go back recently? And,
I went back last December, about a year ago today I went back, because I promised my wife Mary I'd take her back one day. It only took me 50 years to do it, I took her back there, but and when we got there, it was shut.
yeah.
Because the boat I was coming on, we were coming down the Kiel Canal from Copenhagen, and the boat in front hit the lock and caused delayed us. So we didn't get in until the following morning because everywhere was shut when we got there. But nevertheless, still enjoyed ourselves.
You did send me a picture of the flat, didn't you?
Where we stayed, yeah. All the bands stayed in that flat, but a lot of the bands stayed in the hotel across the road. But we were lucky we got the flats right on the corner. The Undertakers had a flat just a bit further up, which was the one that we
Was that
used.
below ground?
No.
With coffins.
No, the Undertakers stayed round the corner actually on the Große Freiheit, and that was the flat that the Beatles used when they stayed there, so it was the same block of flats.
Now, can I ask, because I've had so many different versions of this story, can you tell me the truth about the pig?
No.
You can't. Because
I can tell you a version.
I've had the Jeff Nugent version, I've had the Chris Houston version, I've had the Griffiths version, and they're all different.
Well, we had...
Brian Jones's version.
Oh, Brian Jones, yeah, well... We used to like to go to the market and buy animals, lots of different animals, and should we say a pig appeared, right? Because don't forget we were all, what's the word? No, spaced out, should we say?
Pissed,
yeah, pissed, yeah. And we'd go to the market, we loved the market then, come back with all kinds of animals. And we came back with a pig, and the pig stayed in the flat. And it used to be fed on chicken, burgers, sausages, beer, everything. And everybody used to take it for a walk, take it on stage.
But it was on stage. I heard
Oh
it got
yeah,
on stage.
it went on stage, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then leave it out perform most of you guys.
Of course it was much better playing than us.
So who did you play with? What great bands did you play with when you?
King Size Tenor Dominoes was about the best one.
Yeah, but you were in that.
Well, we were out there. There was Cliff Bennett and Rebel Rousers. There was Johnny Kidd and the Pirates. There was Little Richards. There was Ray Charles. Then Bill Haley came, and there was all the big stars were there.
And who did you rate most of all?
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles. Magnificent. Absolutely incredible. But saying that, Tony Sheridan, he was amazing. He was the first guy I saw when we walked in the Star Club. It was Tony Sheridan, and he was absolutely brilliant.
Isn't there a connection between his guitar and King Size's guitar? Was it?
No. Well, yeah. Tony Sheridan played a Martin guitar, which is quite unusual for them days. But it was an acoustic guitar with pickups on it. And it produced a fabulous sound, and Ted really liked it, so through wheeling and dealing, Ted acquired the guitar from him, and like a fool, he sold it. And it's never appeared again, should we say.
Right.
So it's just gone completely, but it was a Martin guitar with 2 pickups on it.
But didn't you make him one later on?
Yeah, I didn't actually make the same one. I made a facsimile, is that the word?
Yeah.
I made something similar to it for him, to try and replicate what he had, yeah. Yeah, so that was
But
a few years
obviously
back.
he was in awe of Tony Sheridan, which is why he wanted to sound like him.
Everybody was. Tony Sheridan was magic, absolutely magic. The music he played was incredible. Absolutely.
I've got to ask you this question.
Go on.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Look at it this way, right? They weren't their Beatles, they were another band. Don't forget we played with lots and lots of different bands.
Yeah.
So it was another band, they were good, don't get me wrong. But they weren't the phenomenon that they became. That came later. Because in them days they were just another good band. There were some other great bands,
Were you at the Star Club when they were playing? Or?
No, they'd gone back to England when I was out there, yes.
Because I know King Size is quite controversial in his views of the Beatles set. I think, quote, he said, they stole every last bloody song from us. Is that right?
Well, we played some unusual stuff, you see. We didn't play the candy floss stuff, we played proper heavy stuff. And it was used a lot,
But you didn't go, wow, these guys are going to leave.
No, not in them days. I mean, the bands in them days were like the big 3 with Street Side. And then Rory Stone and the Hurricanes, they were incredible band. The Beatles just came on the outside and went right through. But in them days, they weren't. Don't forget, they weren't nothing like they were at their peak.
Just a little anecdote to that. Griff was on the old Facebook with me this week.
Yeah.
There's Griff from the Big 3, Griff Griffiths from the Big 3, who, in my humble opinion, was the best guitarist ever to come out of Liverpool. And he was relating the story of trying to teach John Lennon how to play the intro to That Day Is the Day. And he said after about half an hour he gave up. I'm sure John got better.
I'm sure he did, yeah. Practice makes perfect.
How long were you at the Star Club?
It was 6 weeks stints they were, and then there was, I think, like a month break and then another 6 weeks stint. But by that time, we'd, as bands do, we'd all moved on to different things.
And you came back?
We came back to England, yeah. Did a few gigs around, but it was getting on towards the end of '62, and that's when I left the Dominoes for Pastures and You. And,
You had a country band?
No. I went to Manchester with a band called Deep Rivers and the Big Sound, because they had a record in the charts. And they were paying me £8 a week more. So,
Big money in those
big money in that. So that's when I went there. And it was a few years later when I went into country music. Well, it was the dumb thing because Merseybees had finished and the country music was on the rise. So when I was a country band, and then settled down, had a family, and then got back into playing with the Dominoes.
So when did you rejoin Dominoes?
On and off
Mersey
about,
Cats time.
yeah, probably about 10, 12 years ago, on and off, and then probably about 7 years. I've been back for about 7 years.
I obviously enjoy it.
Oh, it's wonderful. Best thing in the world.
And just for the folks on Liverpool beat, if you ever get a chance to come to Liverpool, the Dominoes are on pretty well most weeks. Yeah, it's their home base now, the Lane.
The Lane, come on and see us, folks.
I tell you what, they're rocking joints every week. So if you're over here visiting Liverpool, make sure to come down to the Lane and see these guys rock and roll. Brilliant. So Ken, thanks very much. I won't take
welcome,
any more of your time.
Anytime.
And it's just great being here during these, how should we say, the end times of rock and roll.
That's brilliant, yes, and I will have that pint you offered
It's still as vibe, it's still as great as ever.
Oh, it's wonderful, yeah.
Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Gary.
Did you switch that on?